In the quiet of the morning when the world's still asleep, I lace on my sneakers, take the leap. Got my dreams in my pocket, my heart on my sleeve. Every step that I'm taking, oh, I believe. It's not always easy, but I'll weather the storm. With a vision so clear, I'm ready to transform. Discipline's the melody playing in my soul. Every note a reminder of the goals I hold. Success is waiting, I can feel it near. With each day that passes, I'll conquer my fear. Late nights and early mornings, pushing through the grind. Each moment I'm growing, leaving doubt behind. With every sacrifice, I'm building my faith. Planting seeds of patience, I can't hesitate. Every stumble I take, every tear that I shed, is just a stepping stone to the dreams in my head. Discipline's the melody playing in my soul. Every note a reminder of the goals I hold. Success is waiting, I can feel it near. With each day that passes, I'll conquer my fear. Every stumble I take, every tear that I shed, is just a stepping stone to the dreams in my head. Discipline's the melody playing in my soul. Every note a reminder of the goals I hold. Success is waiting, I can feel it near. With each day that passes, I'll conquer my fear. So here's to the journey with all its highs and lows. I'll keep on moving forward, watch how my garden grows. In the end, it's the effort, the hustle, the grind that shapes who I am and the treasure I'll find. Discipline's the melody playing in my soul. Every note a reminder of the goals I hold. Success is waiting, I can feel it near. With each day that passes, I'll conquer my fear. So I'll dance to this rhythm, let it carry me home. In the art of discipline, I'll never be alone.
All right. Hopefully, we are audible. Hopefully, this will stay on. I'm having a little bit of a delay, but I'll do my best. Sorry, it was wrong link. By the way, how do you remove the link? Can I remove it? All right, so let me remove that. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm just waiting for Chrome to respond. I made a doc, and it will be interesting to share this with you on looking into the basically, as we said, is Monday email hustles, and we will get into it a little bit further than we did last Monday. And for that, and I also, especially for all the No Limit emails family, this one will give you a little bit more ideas. What else can you do with it on the side? And that being kind of said, we have talked to those before, many different angle of this, but simply what I went to do, I went and asked a couple of ChatGPT prompts and reused the prompts and ask a Grok certain questions and come up with some of these answers, and as well as allow it to be my spy for the industry and to put this together for you so you can see what even AI thinks, what we should kind of do and charge, and so on and so forth. So I'm just waiting for Google Chrome literally allow me in. So I will be sharing that in a chat with you just a second. As always, this is Evan, behalf of No Limit Emails team and family. Thank you for watching live or a replay. Once more, first of all, I do apologize, guys. My camera is not on because really it causes me a lot of issues, and I do not have enough bandwidth to actually stream everything yet. Kind of crushed up. That's why I'm not camera shy, guys. We've been on camera for many years, but to just make a experience of audio and a stream itself to run smooth, Imagine that literally you're watching a live podcast without camera, or your favorite radio station, so to speak. But when I share my screen with you guys, normally everything is working fine, and hopefully you will see that too. And let's have a basically a good dig in to the Monday email hustle. And of course, whole idea is what else can you do with email? And this specific file I put together will give you some ideas and some average industry prices are currently going. We will get into that, and also congratulations to people that got your accounts today, guys. Absolutely been amazing day. I did spoke to several of you, and we have made everything ready for you. Log in, send that email if you already haven't done. I know a couple of you I have spoke to, we have did. Congratulations to you guys, and also the new people, please just provide the domain you want to use, add the domain to the Cloudflare, share that Cloudflare login details with us, nothing else. No cPanel login, no kind of server login and things like that. We do not do that kind of thing, guys, and we do not accept any domains that doesn't come to us through the Cloudflare for safety, security, and of course enabling you, because our infrastructure get accessed only through the Cloudflare is safe channel, guys. And that's it for you. All you have to do is follow on screen, literally add your domain, change your name service, and on your registrant, your domain hosting. Some of you goes to your cPanel to do this. You can't do that in a cPanel, guys, and the domain you're using, and also doesn't have to have actual any hosting attached to it. So as blank as you can get, register, and as long as you pay your register, that's fine, and we can bring that domain to alive with the system, so you can utilize that domain to send you emails, just like my domain is I've been sending emails through, and everyone else's. Essentially on that domain you just want to use it really for specifically for your emails. In some cases could be specifically for cold outreach, you can data process, and sometimes can be for corporate that you want to capture leads and so on and so forth. So it's flexibility there depending on really what your needs are. And of course we're always there to help you from get-go. We send you a couple of emails, and after that we stop sending you emails, guys. And also as a warning to you guys, people pretending to be us and sending phishing emails, please do not respond to them, do not click on anything, because you will jeopardize your devices and obviously your details, not just for us but for everyone else that you are using, including your bank. So please be aware of this, and they pretending to be us, and they pretending to be any other companies that may you use, even including your bank and so on and so forth. So just be careful what kind of email you're receiving, what you kind of clicking on the links. As you know, when we send you emails, we normally don't send any emails to our members with any links. That's one thing. And also account related stuff we do not discuss. An email normally is done in the live room, and you can jump onto that live room if you do not know what it is, where it is. Guys, we done so many videos, and we've been sharing that almost every live stream with you guys, is meetnolimitemails.com. Public square, it is public place that anyone, including new people that join the network, can come just say hello, introduce yourself. And if you don't want to be public, audible and things like that, guys, you can send us private DM in there. Literally it's like our own chat room, but it's live, so it's there for you to reach out to us in any instances. And also in there we do share updates and some goodies that you can take away through the chat too. So join us in there, and as that room is on again, is nearly 600 plus hours. Last time kind of server refreshed about 1600 hours, very close, as it is kind of there for everyone who literally come to our streams be able to come and interact with us. So we don't hide under the rug, so to speak. We are there to have a kind of, you could say, human to human conversation. And of course, that place is there for all of us to have a conversation about everything and anything in life, business, and everything else, guys. Just be respectful to everybody you're talking to. But in general, idea is a place that you can actually reach out to people that really providing you the tools that you are using, and is also obviously reach out to us and ask us anything that you might have in your mind. Introduce your business, see what your business does, see if we can increase your traffic, guys. Be it sometimes we just gift you some email send, and that's basically to just say thank you. You've been there and participating, interacting with us. We always want you go away with something more valuable than you never expected, and therefore please also for yourselves use Meet No Limit emails live element and have a private conversations for yourselves. Let's also get into a little bit on the system update for you guys before we get into the actual hustle talk. System updates, guys, everything's absolutely on, and is some IPs are still having new updates, upgrades happening, because as you know, we're doing sector by sectors, geolocation by geolocation, and as well as obviously some IPs are not sending emails that we do some of this updates. If you do not able to log in, just be patient, guys, you will. And everything else in our end is absolutely working fine, and all you have to do is log on to your systems again and check out and send your emails, verify your emails. Everything is fine, and speed is increased for many of us who has those updates happen. And so far also system-wide report, guys, is absolutely nothing happening. Nobody's being blocked, no burn IPs, no burn domains, but certain geolocations, internet outages happening, and that is one of them is UK currently being affected greatly by internet outages, and also some part of the mobile network providers, even United States, Vodafone, and so on and so forth. It's nothing big, other things, maybe technical issues, I don't know what's happening. I'm not Vodafone, but that's what we see in our reports and indicators, especially traffic flow to device access and things like that. And we've seen last 24 hours, UK has dropped quite a bit. If your emails are UK based stuff, and you're getting very, very, you could say, low outcome, and just consider right now that network outages hit UK for quite a few million people. So be patient, and next round you should be okay again. So that being said, okay, Google, come on, let me in. So literally I'm waiting for Google to share this file with you guys, and then we will talk a little bit about it so you know what kind of we are talking about, and hopefully you will also kind of get some ideas from it. As you know, I'm quizzing the AI to come up with this kind of things to improve the situation for all of us, and hopefully it's good. All right, so Google is absolutely slow, guys, and my end is just not cooperating with me at all. I don't know what's going on, it's just freezing. So anyways, so when we looked at this file in here, as you can see, there are 30, you could like look at this as 30 opportunities, but each opportunity could have many sub opportunities. So it's just an idea board to look into the hustles of with active email, let's say, server. And that point of view, what can we do? What else can you be achieving with it, and what else you could charge for it? So because sometimes really we don't have a, you could say, good assistant to provide us something out of the blue, like we are having now with AI, like basically chatting back and forth and finding things out. What normally you could say you gotta have a team to find things out, or you have to pay big research companies to get this kind of thing that you could say mirror. So top of the list really it goes email marketing agency, but So we will talk about this specific number one point just a little bit, um, especially when it comes to the email marketing agency. Most email marketing agencies that currently that we see in the scene is majority, you could say 99 point xx amount of percentage, are normally something like white label software or SaaS products that they just reskin, rename, and recharge different price to the public. This is kind of norm. This is kind of goes everywhere. This is everyone's using. I'm sure if you're in email marketing, you probably heard a go high level. You probably heard a smart leads. You probably heard a Clay. You probably heard Apollo. You probably heard Sales Navigator. So when you look really, this is ecosystem of feeding the agencies, but literally they all use the exact same, you could say, some gating. And that's his problem because literally everyone's doing the exact same thing. When you do, everyone does the exact same thing, then majority that thing, if it's just carbon copy of the other, becomes a big issue for spam, big issue of agencies not able to literally expand, and also huge charges they put it on according to these charges that we see in that chart. So when the charges are high, and majority the people cannot afford majority of those charges. So, and also you looking actually market demand, how many people really has that kind of money to spend each month, and then you see it gets shrink and shrink till you become only way that you could provide that kind of service. You have to have probably 50 to 100 Inc. 500 companies that you're serving on that level, and also to get to serve those guys, as you know, you got to have teams, you gotta have a legal binding contracts, you gotta have basically a team of lawyers representing you, and so on and so forth. It becomes a, you could say, crazy area. Then because cost goes up, demand of those other clients is so high, expectation. So a lot of agencies obviously doing the shortcut and rebranding the piece of software out there and doing it basically like what software already rigidly kind of set up to do, which is really not much of a, you could say, freedom given to the users of that service, especially all the places that when you have a multiple amount of people logging in to utilize the service. And what that means is really out of the gate is share gating and is share hosted, and obviously you get kind of hammered with the prices. That's why majority of those so-called email agencies out there really is not very, you could say, productive, and an ecosystem of email itself is kind of counter, you could say, in you could say is a counter balance of producing more spams, as that's what really it does, versus something that literally you could eliminate a spam. That's another area of the really email agency side of things. I mean, I'm talking point of view like when we look some email agencies using our own services, what they do it is pretty kind of, you could say, they have to change the other the mindset of really how to use the email. Like majority of them they come into is like literally called salesperson. Oh, I just got to send this email, I must make sale. But an email that doesn't really happen, like generally it doesn't matter how good email is, normally we don't see email just instantly converts to the, let's say, tangible sales, especially on a agency point of view, just reaching out cold, cold, cold. And as over a period of time, if you can't really build conversation, it gets hard because literally nobody knows you, trust you, and all that. And of course, everybody's wanted to buy from somebody that they know and trust, and because of that, also like they've been bombarded over a period of time, long time before this, let's say, new agency get kicked off the ground. This big guy's already taking the space, so to speak, so you have little choice left. So the competition for the same client, for same dollar, for same intention, for same click, it is same. So you can't like you can't get into the game without facing that competition to start off with, and also you can't get into the game discounting really this, you could say, huge competition for same intention within a cold email. But generally speaking, after sending millions of emails myself, normally you gotta really have the email that really you just want to invite people to conversation, or you just introducing yourself. Hey, I'm this guy doing X. No sales, no nothing. You don't have to, but you can put your blog in to check you out, or YouTube to check you out, but no sales. So whole idea of email is, can you get the intention so they can actually, let's say, search you after a few times they seen you. And also sometimes people out there, they will also when they first time see your email, as you know, first time you see email in your inbox, you say, how the heck is this? So after sometimes 80 times they have to see you on the email inbox in order for them to kind of just check you out, because that's human nature, unfortunately. First ignorance comes in place, and email is, for agencies, being one of the highest obviously earners, and over a period of time it does. And if you look, the reality is HubSpot is $100 billion company. So what's their business? It's just emails, right? There's obviously, you could say, another things being attached to it, but essentially the function is just email. And when we look at this, why is agencies are struggling and obviously creating many different side hustle is essential. You just can't do and send emails. You have to do other creative stuff that can feed and distributed by the emails. You know, it's literally like, you could say email is a track, and you gotta put different wagons on it in order to roll. And that's basically kind of what's a lot of agencies not doing, because they just try to produce hard sale, and that hard sale is obviously increasing report on spam. That's what the data says. And second point of this is about really list cleaning services for other businesses. This is very interesting one, and really it is also very big psychological one too, because is on the surface of it looks simple, but when you dig into it, you could say slice it like in a watermelon, and you start seeing different you could say level of difficulties end up appearing to prevent that service works well as well. Especially email cleaning services, once more, is about, again, like when you are putting a file in somewhere, you instantly want to know who has access to it. And when we do email cleaning services and current systems are out there, when we put basically data in them, we don't know what happens. Really, you don't know what happens, guys. You don't know if that service took copy, which is they have to read, they have to compile somewhere in order to match something, whatever it is they're matching, and could be majority of them. Sometimes could be just fake robot data being reproduced and given to you, but you didn't know that, and you just get burnt and you paid. So that's one thing. And the other things, obviously the big thing is about really about data theft. So when you put in a list somewhere to clean, because this is in the gray area, you really don't know what happens to it. And it becomes a big psychological barrier and as well as safety barrier. And do you really want to risk, or do you still want to carry on with a list that you know will be some invalid leads? And obviously that over a period of time does create big issues, especially send score and IP reputation, or you could say reputation of the speaker. Because that's what's really kind of you tie into it in the end. Is about me being the speaker, what's my reputation in the specific communication, and what is my reputation, or what is that domain reputation about really in the world, you could say, when it comes to the email verification itself. Is big, you could say, is big archery in a really reputation archery of things. If you can't really control it, it is becomes a obviously issue. And majority of those shared hosts, what we're talking about, agency sense of just kind of like white labeling stuff without really having a decent, you could say, backbone, and then tie it to the exact same APIs, exact same gating, exact same service providers, even some cases shared IP that the main company got that you use yours through them, as well as becomes obviously behind the scene is shared, but on the surface doesn't look like is being shared, which is another fake entity in a place, you could say. And this is what happens, what I've seen personally in the scene in here when I'm looking things. But generally speaking, as a hustle, and there is remedies for those things, this big issues, and that's why the prices kind of get crazy. So we saw on this little chart that you guys have, I mean, literally, like email agency, as we know, majority of them will charge even $5,000 to $10,000 front to actually kind of admin charge you before even you send a single email, guys. This is, I've seen it happen. People come to us, tell us happened to them, and what can they do to rectify, and so on and so forth. And we've seen this happen over and over, honestly, it's period of time. So hi Doug, welcome, and hopefully you guys kind of also enjoying this conversation. So the other part is really part of the email ecosystem of things. So majority stuff we see to complete the hustles, or you could say do multiple hustles, does not have that flexibility that you can do. For example, let's say right now you have a Smart Lead or Clay or Aweber or GetResponse or any of the ones that we did even comparison with, and you go, and each one of them is not going to allow you to do basically side hustles, like it just for you personal use. Nothing says, hey, this is the tool that you can use to actually improve your life, make more money, long as making you money is okay to us. They don't say that, not like us. So that's the big difference when we look at really like side hustle being can be created with email service. And obviously most email servers out there, they don't come with full on everything, like literally out of the box that you switch on to do this kind of things. And that's why the charges are obviously, even some API integrations, you're looking literally like tens of thousands of dollars. That's why we keep saying, like, people don't believe what we charge, but our members can charge more, guys. That's the difference in here. True, you could say, true franchise without franchise fees, about doing the email marketing and hustling, like you do it with your own domain, but you need to have outside help that doesn't break you. Unfortunately, many others, they don't do this, and we are doing that, and I think we've seen with numbers that we send, guys, is pretty insane. And obviously many hustles can be made with active communication lines, guys. It's all about How many people can you be carry a pigeon for? How many people demand the message to go from A to B? Is billions of people in the world daily basis. So the demand has got increased last 24 hours in England by tenfold because no internet. The first thing is, how can I send text message from A to B? So we see the value of that in society is immense. That's why obviously the charges are from some of those companies are just insane, and not allowing everybody to get into this communication game to hustle proper. And especially when it comes to communication, what do you need? You need to have a literally distribution line that you can distribute without breaking the bank. And if you can do that, guess what happens? You have ability, and then you could drive you could drive billions of intentions at the places that you directing them to. It's like a dartboard, and depends which part you want to aim, and is what we see. Literally, you could make each email to be going different domain forever. So that's the huge change, literally infrastructure change when it comes to the. If I want to be email marketing agency, guys, right now, what I have experienced with email so far, who would I go for? Who would I really choose to process my emails with? Go high level, you can try, guys. I'm not going to scale you. Smartly, you can try, it's not going to scale. Every one of those others we talked about is not going to scale. Only things that are going to scale is really your own domain. Your own domain you can scale. But to get your own domain, actually have the proper infrastructure, if you white label, go high level, guess what? You stuck with, again, you can't scale. And that's the big difference when it's really comes to the good email hustles. First of all, you got to have a multi-functioning tool to do multi-hustles with it, and they don't provide. Like, I have not seen it in an industry that we are in. If there is one, please share with me if I am not aware of. If you guys know anything different about really the scene of the email itself, especially the hustle is being made by email, and obviously big majority of the email also, as you know, being used maliciously. And what is good clean email, what's not good clean email. And that's another, you could say, ISPs and email providers problem. When you look at it, and with the domain you clean that out, and so your communication actually works better. That's why they copying everybody else's name, because the domain related email domain is like business and high street. So generally speaking, as we know, I get copied emails. They hustling, guys. Those ransom phishing emails, all that spam is essentially, if you look at it, it's friggin' hustle. So they just try to get money off people, sales, this and that, and hijack fake pop-ups and all that kind of crap, versus you legitimately selling your technical skills or your knowledge out there with email. So that's what we've seen happening when, I mean, all you have to do is literally go to your Gmail, go to spam folder and see what you got, and you'll see they are hustling. Some of them just brutal cold lie and thieves, and some of them generally other people try to sell something. But when we look really email, that's what you see. They go to spam because they try to really sell with email. And then in the protocol of email, a core of email is not supposed to be like sales vehicle. It's supposed to be communication vehicle, hello to hello, not links, not this, not that. But obviously over time everything improved. But you don't have to really do that, guys. You don't have to send links, anything else in the emails. You just send a full website, full application to people. And they can check it, they can see it there and there without you actually speaking to them. So, you send them just full website, full working websites. Everyone's sharing those links on the social media, so you're not going to get penalized if you have a full website in your email, guys. We never seen a single report having a full website embedded in email. I personally send millions of emails to full websites, and I never seen a single spam report come from them. And also reduces immensely unsubscribe links, because as full websites, they don't expect that to be an email, so they don't even look for you and subscribe. Generally speaking, many hustles, guys, we can do with email servers and email verified together, and then obviously you throw in big fire by sending ability, with obviously not getting broke by paying SMTPs huge amount of money, and a lot can be really done. Even page hosting, forum hosting, collecting segment, running automation for someone else on the side. It's all doable, and it's all easy to done, and it's all can be done absolutely zero extra charge of a cost to happen. And that's basically ultimate hustles you could make, having a service that doesn't disallow you to do things. So that being said, once more, thank you for everybody's watching. Come join us in the public square room, guys. And next episode we can talk about a little bit more about this. Obviously, this 30 topics that we are talking about in that kind of file, we could be in here in hours. Come on into the public square room, and we can still share and talk about some of them after the YouTube, guys. We're still live. Join in the public square, and let's have more chat over there. Once more, thank you, Doug. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, everybody here on the channel, and I appreciate you all. And I'm just glad we be able to conclude this live too without internet issues, guys. And come and join us in a public square. We will be having more and more chat in there relating to this. And also, you can give me a little bit of feedback what you think all this little, you could say, side hustle and subcategories of hustle can be done with your own server, and obviously email us. Take care, everyone, and we will see you on the tomorrow's episode. Happy sending, everybody.